Welcome back, you beautiful people. Something new is in this box. Let's open it. As you see by the title of this video, I have got myself a new computer. It is the Coros Dura. So here we have it. It's in the box. We're going to get it open. I only ordered it yesterday and it's already arrived from Amazon. So there's no affiliation, nothing like that. I've literally just thought, let's try this new computer because I'm pretty lazy with charging things up. And I've heard this has 120 hours of battery, which is pretty mad. But I'm also a very avid Hammerhead Karoo user just because it's very diabetic friendly. So I've got this one for the battery and just ease of use. So let's get in here. I've already opened it. Obviously, it's quite a box here. Here we have it. The Coros Dura. Good sized box. Pretty damn sturdy box. Let's get in there. Oh, here we are. So look at it. It is skinnier than lighter than I thought. Obviously, I've seen, been looking at the YouTube videos, and yeah, looks alright. Let's do what we all like to do. Obviously at the top you get a solar panel, and to be fair, what this vlog is going to be about is just straight up raw sort of video, what I think of it, how it is for being a diabetic, and just a general seeing what it's like. I'm very into the Hammerhead Karoo system. I was Wahoo, but they don't do anything to do with diabetes. Then I went to Garmin and then swapped over to Hammerhead. I get the Hammerhead out as well, and we will compare it if you give me a second. So I've just got the Hammerhead off the bike. I'll just leave it on there. This is the Karoo 2, and you can see here the similar size, to be fair, but obviously with the Coros up here is all solar panel, and down here is obviously where the screen's going to be. And this is my Garmin 130 that I use for TT racing and road racing. So obviously it's a massive size difference. We're gonna get some scales. We can have a little look. So the Hammerhead Karoo, 139 grams. Coros Dura, 101. Where is the little Garmin? 33. So there's a massive difference. Obviously, big differences in the three computers. But I'm going to get the Coros all set up. I'm not going to read the instructions. I'm just going to get stuck in, just like you would if you were going to get this computer. And then we'll obviously have a look inside the box. And then we'll get it stuck on the bike, go out for a ride. I might take the Hammerhead Karoo and almost put them next to each other. But like I say, this whole thing is just seeing what this is like. It says 120 hours, so I might just charge it up and then just see how long the battery lasts as well. It's very, very sleek. So actually, if I put them both up together, you can see, oh, it's a lot skinnier than the Hammerhead. And my first impressions looking at the device, it is a very sleek design. It's big enough, and obviously the solar panel at the top with this little dial on the side. And inside the box, you get a mount that is very similar to the Wahoo element system. It's got like an aero profile to it, but it comes only fitted for round handlebars, and it comes standard with the typical Garmin quarter turn mount. You then get the little round rubber bung so you don't scratch your handlebars, so that goes inside the mount. And then you also get a pretty big charging cable and also a lanyard that is going to stop you dropping the device and smashing it. So here we are, we're out on the bike. I've got the Hammerhead and the Coros there on the front of the bike. Not a pretty sight, but it's good to test them both. At the minute, not too bad. Thing is, I'm so used to my Hammerhead. Strange to get used to a new computer. The Coros is touchscreen, but the dial that you can use
which I'll show you now, is very, very sensitive. So I'm still probably using the touchscreen to get me through the pages. But one thing that I'm going to put in right now is the startup time. I couldn't believe it. I set a timer, press the on button of the Hammerhead first, then the Coros, and you're going to see the time difference. The Coros basically booted up straight away, and the Hammerhead took almost a minute just to turn on. I think the Coros was about 5 seconds, if that, and then you're ready to ride. Everything linked up, synced up, and ready to go. And that was quite interesting. But the Hammerhead is like a phone. I have put a route in because the Coros doesn't have Climb Pro like the Hammerhead does. If you put a route in, it shows you all the climbs. But the Hammerhead, they just pop up. Yeah, I'll show the screen how they look together. I mean, the Hammerhead I got quite bright, but the Coros is, you know, a nice looking screen. Here we are. I've got the Insta360 on the front to get some shots. Yeah, here we are. Hopefully my notifications will pop up in a minute, because I've got this little number down here on the Hammerhead, the bottom right, that shows me my bloods like all the time. And then, like, there you go. So luckily this takes notifications so I can see my bloods every couple of minutes. And they do pop up on the Hammerhead. So that bit's not too bad. Just out on a nice little local ride. Good to test them both out. Hopefully some traffic will come and you'll see the radar coming up behind. So it'll be interesting to see. But so far, not bad. I'll just say that dial on the right is very, very sensitive. So that's a bit interesting. So I'm out for about an hour steady spin. Hard day at work. But yeah, so far, pretty happy. But like I say, the one thing that actually shocked me was that startup time. Say I touched the button and within 5 seconds I was ready to ride, where the Hammerhead you've got to wait a minute. There you go, more notifications. Hammerhead's quite loud. I'll turn the alert off on the Coros, so let's ride a bit and see how it goes. See, that was quite interesting. I've got obviously a lot of segments starred on Strava. Like I said, I like Strava. And the Hammerhead shows my Stravas. The Coros don't. And I did read up something about it only showing 30, which is a bit strange because obviously when you're Strava hunter, warrior, I love Strava. It's nice when they pop up, and obviously it doesn't on the Coros, unless it's the favourite one, I guess, I don't know. So that was strange. But yeah, the data is very clear. So obviously you can see my Hammerhead. You can see, you can follow your PR and all that, so you can swipe up, swipe down. See the data, obviously the wind, and the Coros. It is very clear and bright. I do like that. And the battery life is obscene. And I do like, I could just press the button. Where the Hammerhead, you have to side load apps to make them work. Like my Bloods is side loaded, Wind side loaded, because it's Android. And maybe one day you'll be able to side load stuff here. But at the minute, no. So the one negative so far, the Stravas, but not the end of the world. Lovely, lovely day. So yeah, I did buy this Coros Dura out of my own pocket. I thought I'd give it a go. I was Wahoo, like I said earlier in the video. And then I went to Garmin. But I just felt like, although Garmin's so good and you can get in the system and it's very user-friendly, feels like you're playing with a Nokia 3210 or something. It's, for the price and stuff, there are much better computers out there. And then I heard about the Hammerhead, you could sideload your apps. I even saw that someone was on Zwift on the Hammerhead, using it as a screen, which is pretty mad. Like I said, the data screens, when you're in zone 2, I guess, is showing green. Obviously my heart rate is in the red. Over on the Hammerhead it's yellow, so it's like, it's a bit high. Green, I guess, is easy. Yeah, so if I swap the screens to my other datas, obviously there's the map. There's the map on the Hammerhead. But I've got the Hammerhead turned up pretty bright, so obviously, hold on, I'll turn the screen down. Because when the screens are similar. We've got no bright sunlight at the minute, but it's easily readable. There's the graph. There's the lap page, which is good. You can do average power, heart rates, normalized. This is the elevation. Oh, maybe it is doing a Time Pro. Here comes some traffic. Usually I mute the Hammerhead. Here's the car. So I'm in the trees and you can see a bit of the reflection. Now, what do you think is easy to read? And what I paid for it, £250. I just went on Amazon next day, bosh, it was at my house. Hence the little tap, 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 tap. And yeah, so far so good. So keep on riding, get some shots, have some fun on our bikes. Whoop, whoop. So here I am, I'm back home now. Got a lot of the footage I needed. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop each computer and you'll see the process. So the Hammerhead, you go pause, then you go this button, then you go this button. Still taking your time. Then you press this button, and then that will sync to a Wi-Fi or my phone. So that's done. Then we're over to the Coros. Obviously the ride's done, notification. So obviously that's just uploaded. Finish. Oh, so you press and hold. Letting you know I've got to charge my radar. That's it. And then you can go in afterwards, see the data. Press the back button, press and hold, turn off. Press and hold, another button, turn off, and there you are. So, like I say, each have their quirks and sort of different things. The Coros is just easy to use. Turn it on and go. The Hammerhead is a bit like a phone. You've got to have things set up right, connect to Wi-Fi, that sort of thing, where the Coros is always connected to the phone, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's my review on obviously both units. Let's say both have positives and negatives. Obviously I haven't deep dived into the Coros of how things work. Like just then I just found some settings that I didn't know about, which might help me turn the screen brightness up. The Hammerhead is like a phone. You swipe down, the easy use, that sort of thing. But at the minute, very happy with that. Like I said, so I went online and bought the Coros from Amazon. I'm probably absolutely annihilating the way you say it, but I'm saying Coros. They obviously do watches and they've got into the market with the GPS. So yeah, you'll be able to look at the data and that sort of thing. So far, as just someone just bought it and just gotten out there, that is my review on the unit. Hopefully it's going to be my go-to from now on. I think I had 21% left on the Hammerhead, the battery, and I had 99% still on the Coros, which 1% over an hour and 10 minutes, and the Hammerhead used 22%, I believe, from the start to the end. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying these sort of reviews. It's different, and like I say, a lot of it is how it works with my diabetes is very, very important. The way I get notifications on the Coros helps me a lot. You know, every 2 minutes a notification pops up, so I'm still seeing my bloods, which is very, very important. And I had the X4 on the front, so hopefully got some nice footage from that. So yeah, give it a thumbs up, comment below which computers you're using. Are you a Wahoo, Garmin, Coros? There's so many out there, Hammerhead. But yeah, thanks guys, see you next time.